good morning or good afternoon or good evening, right? I feel like Jim Carrey on that movie. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Depending on where you are when you're watching this or listening to this. I hope everything's going great. I accidentally went live in the wrong group. So now we're getting people to come on in this group, your spiritual awakening community. And if you're watching the replay on my YouTube, hi, YouTube people, I absolutely love you. We've been trying to get my content going all over the place. So you might be watching this on YouTube. So good morning. I'm going to get started here in a second. Just waiting for people to jump on here. Oh, they don't jump on here, then it's their loss because this is an amazing training. All right, so here we go. You guys, I want to share with you today about how I used a specialty spirit guide to work with me, to create a better life. And what a huge, huge transformation happened because of that. And I want to share how you guys can do this too, and how your energy works when you're thinking about spirit guides, right? Look at all the funny faces flying by. I love it. Good morning. Let me know if you guys are here live or on the replay. If you're watching YouTube, comment below. Let me know if this helps you and what type of spirit guides you're going to be calling into you, right? So good morning, Pam. Good morning, Holly. Good morning, John. I'm so glad to have you guys here with me live because I love, hey, Sarah. I know it's acting weird, so I'm not seeing a bunch of you that are really here, but good morning. Do you remember the Reading Rainbow? Like that shows my age. Where the lady would be like, and in the mirror, I see John and Sarah and Holly. But she would never say Brandoline. And I was so depressed about it. Like, I really thought the lady could see you, right? Through the Reading Rainbow. Do you guys remember that? Like, I'm so old. Maybe I'm not that old, right? But I remember being so sad because the Reading Rainbow lady never saw me through her lens. Hey, William. Hey, Julie. Hey, Lisa. Okay, so for reals, I'm going to stop messing around and get to the guts of today's training. I'd love to help you guys, grow through your spiritual awakening and create a better life, right? Get in alignment with the frequency of your dream life and business. And that's kind of what we're doing when we're asking for spirit guides, right? So most of you know, like, part of my backstory, but if not briefly, there was a point in my life a few years ago that I was freaking so broken, so depressed. And it was after I kind of went through my spiritual awakening. So I was like, come on, you guys, like, why are you torturing me? I still was thinking things were happening to me and not for me. Right. And I was pissed. I was so pissed at the universe. So I was laying in the grass because that's what I would do. That was the only thing that I could do to make myself not feel so depressed, right? Because when you're so broke, there's nothing you could do. There's you can't be driving around town if you don't have gas. But anyway, so really trying to stay grounded, really that's a good advice for you guys too. If you're just in this desperate moment and you can't physically change your life at this moment, go lay on the grass. So that's what I did. And I stared up to the sky and I knew about the law of attraction. And I swore that day that I would master the law of attraction so that no one else would have to suffer, or anybody at least around me would have to suffer through what I did. And so that's exactly what happened. Years later, I've read the books, I've studied the law and hired coaches and did my mindset work, and yay, life is grand right now, right? But one of the other things that I did, because I knew about the law of attraction and because I knew about like Abraham Hicks, right? And it wasn't that particular day that I did it. I started studying for a long time. And then one day I realized, you know what, like, we have all these invisible people that are helping us. And then we start thinking about intention and being very intentional. So like when I teach you guys how to do readings and stuff, we're literally intentionally calling on, say I was going to do a reading on, Rachel Ann. then I would literally call on, hey, I want Rachel Ann's spirit guides. I want her angels. I want her past loved ones to all be here with me right now to give me clean and clear information to help her live her life more fully. That's like my statement that I always say. Sorry, my nose is running. So if we could do that for our readings, if we could do that for our clients, and of course we can always call our guides, right? I want my spirit guides to be here with me right now because I'm losing my damn shit. And please lift me up and please do this. And it's true, like, so your intention is moving the energy, right? But did you ever think to yourself that you can actually, because a lot of people are just like, well, this is my life, right? And so also a lot of people are like, well, there's my guides. Like, you go to meet them and I have an awesome class for it, by the way, for $4, I think, on the website, a whole hour course on how to meet them, how to talk to them, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole nother thing. But so then you meet your guides, right? And you're like, well, there they are. What are you here for, Paisley Anna? Oh, you're my life guide. You're here forever. Okay. What are you here for, Frank? Oh, you're here when I do Reiki sessions. Okay, great. But did you ever think to yourself that you can actually ask for another guide? Did you ever think to yourself that you could be like, Cosmos, like, seriously, I'm going to be writing a book and maybe it's about the law of attraction. Let's just use that. So I want the best spirit guides that can flow through me to help me write a book about the law of attraction. And holy shitballs, does that change everything? Right? So of course, we could call on our angels, and I work, when we're talking about writing books, I would say Gabriel is your main man, woman, however you see Archangel Gabriel. And that's what I did when I wrote my book. But the thing that I did one day, I was like, shit, I need all the freaking help I could get when it comes to mastering this law of attraction so that I can mirror this, and then that I could be the medium for this message to come out to help you guys live your life more fully and not struggle and be laying in the grass all sad and depressed, right? So I called on the guides of Abraham Hicks, and I was like, Abraham Hicks, I want you guys to be my guides. I want you guys to be my guides, right? And so what happens here, whether you communicate with them or not, right? Some of us could be like, oh my God, there they are. Right? But some of us are just like, are they there? Like, I don't know if they're there or not. It's okay as soon as you command energy, and as soon as you're very intentional about what it is. Like, I want Abraham Hicks. I want them. They already exist. They already speak through this other lady. They seem to be pretty cool, right? They're high vibratory and everything. Bam, ask them to be there for you, to help you for this specific reason. And what happens here is all of a sudden you change perspective, right? All of a sudden new people come into your life. All of a sudden you see new books advertised for you. Synchronicity happens. You moved energy on your behalf for a specific reason, for specialty. So if you're already, say you're a surgeon or whatever, you already probably have guides that are coming through you, or artists, because I always think of my one friend, I have lots of friends that are artists, but think of all my friends that are artists. And there's a neat meme out there that shows like all these, like Picasso and all these spirits of artists behind the actual artist, and they're sending all this information through the artist, and the artist all of a sudden gets inspiration. So a lot of you already have guides that are leading you according to your specialty already, because that's how they work. But if you want to like level up your game, be very specific. Now, here's what happens when we do this. Here's what happens when we, good morning, all you guys. A bunch of more of you are jumping on. So Rachel Ann, Rachel S, Karen Boyd, maybe I should have said your last names, Casey, Elvira. Hey guys. So the other part that happens when we put this out to the universe, right? I want you to realize that you're this energetic being. And so like you're thinking these thoughts and you're sending this invitation, you're going to get guides that are at or just above your level too. Like I was reading up on this a little bit. And this is why also, because it's the law of attraction. every single thing that you think is actual frequency, right? And so it like goes out. So just you thinking like, oh, I want Abraham Hicks to be my guide, you're going to get, maybe you don't get actual Abraham Hicks too, because this is a whole level up thing. Each time you feel, each time you get to a new level, new dimension, a new level of awareness, your frequency shifts. And so then you get access to like these other guides, or maybe it's not access. Maybe let me rephrase the word here, right? Look at me channeling. They're like, no, it's not access. We're here. Maybe it's, remember we talked about if the tree falls and no one's there, does it make a noise? It's the same sort of concept that like they're telling me right now is you don't have the ability to perceive. You guys got to love my life. My husband just streaked through the living room. And I'm telling you on a Facebook Live because I'm just like, what's going on here? Good thing we're facing this way. So basically, it's like, it's kind of like that. They exist for you, but you just can't kind of understand them. It's like if you were learning Spanish and you go and they're talking so fast in Spanish over there. You're learning that language, but you cannot yet perceive that whole sentence that they said because you haven't studied up enough on your Spanish, so to say. It exists over there, but you can't perceive it and understand it enough to embody it, right? So maybe like at first I didn't have the Abraham Hicks, right? But you're having like somebody that can speak to you so that you can understand and perceive, and then shift you up and shift you up and shift you up, right? So this is what you can do. I would love to know, you guys. Like what, you know, where are you struggling? If you are, hopefully you're not, or where are you that you want to get to this other section? And what kind of guides do you think that you can intentionally call in to freaking help you? Because I promise you this, you're not the only one creating your life, people, right? Yes. Oh, so Elvira is sharing. She says that's how she feels when she paints. And you could get even more intentional, Elvira, and be like, all right, guys, I'm going to get ready to paint. Call in all peeps, right? Same here. Rachel says, I've been seeing a lot of synchronicity, the numbers, of course, and so on. It was ironic you used my name as a reference earlier, talking about helping people with spirit guides. That's what I'm talking about, girl. It's synchronistic. All of it's cosmic soup juiciness, right? I get nerdalicious about it. So that's what I did. Is I called on that specific entity energy to help me for a specific reason. And I shit you not, I'm pretty damn good at this law of attraction, master of the movement of the mind. I love to like kind of say that's what I do. I'm the master of the movement of the mind. I could tell you in 5 minutes the trajectory of your life and how to adjust it. Sorry, don't mean to brag, but I am that good. Is my life absolutely perfect? No, but I could master the movement of my mind too. And John's like, I knew he would, if he is still alive. He's like, the numbers. He sees the numbers like bananas. I would say, John, and all you guys that see those numbers, get your journal out. Like, start connecting the dots. Like, when are you seeing it, you know? And I know some of you, you know, you reference it. Like I reference 438 with my mom. So there's certain numbers that reference certain people, but that's a whole other training, right? But yeah, the numbers, synchronistic. I love it. So you guys, you go girl, right? Holly's like, you go girl. And Pam's like, gotta get out of my notebook and start making a plan. I love you guys. So I will see you guys here tomorrow. I hope you love this training. It really did change my life. Calling on these and doing all that work, right? You got to do the work and don't do it alone. Like ask for the best freaking help you could get and be intentional, and it will go out and somebody's going to show up and help you, right? And as a matter of fact, I have another spirit guide story. Maybe I'll share that with you guys tomorrow. A really groovy story about my spirit guide, Helen. I should share that with you. I'll do that tomorrow. So I'll see you guys here live at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in our community, your spiritual awakening community. And if you're watching the replay on YouTube, I'll see you soon on there, right? All right. I'm sending you guys love. Have a great day.